What's up, guys? In today's video I'm going to be ranking the Abysmal albums, and I will be including the Storms of Unholy Black Mass EP because it's 25 minutes long, so basically a full length in my opinion. In the background I have playing Diocletian Gensundrian, no clue how to say it, but yeah. And coming in last place is Bestiary of Immortal Hunger. I think this is their most ritualistic sounding album. The vocals are really grotesque on here, and I really do like this album. I just think there's kind of a weird, like, buzzy, kind of like fuzzy guitar tone to it that just, I don't know. I don't like that about it. But still a really good album. I think this came out in 2022, their most recent album. But yeah. Next is Disciples of the Inferno. This came out in 2015. This is their first full-length album. I think this probably is their cleanest production. Probably has the catchiest riffs. I'd say this is their most, I guess you could say their most aggressive album. Not that the other albums aren't super fucking aggressive, but yeah, I think this is their most aggressive in my opinion. Really good album. And next is Storms of Unholy Black Mass. This is the EP I was talking about. This came out in 2013 or 2014, I believe. I'd say this is their rawest, most primitive sounding album. I think everything on here is really good. My only complaint about it is the production. Everything is kind of like buried in the mix, especially the drums, I feel like. And even the vocals and the guitars, they're kind of hard to make out everything that's being played. It's kind of hard to hear everything. But if you can get past that, I think there's some really good riffs on here, like the intro to the third track, Angels of Persecution, and on the fourth track, Storms, there's a riff like a minute in, maybe, and yeah, sounds really good. But yeah, like I said, this is their rawest, most primitive. I just wish the production was a little bit better. Not necessarily cleaner. I guess I wish the instruments were a little bit louder and everything wasn't kind of buried in the mix. And obviously, there's only one album left, so you guys know what it is. And my favorite Abysmal Lord album is Exaltation of the Infernal Cabal. This album was released in 2019. This is their second full-length album. This came out right after, well, not right after, 4 years after Disciples of the Inferno. And I think this is their most apocalyptic sounding album. This is such a cool album, guys. But what I like about Exaltation of the Infernal Cabal is they kind of went back, they kind of backtracked. So with Storms of Unholy Black Mass came out, okay, and then Disciples of the Inferno, and I feel like they kind of took not necessarily a different direction, but they changed a few things up. Like the production got a little bit cleaner on this album, like I mentioned earlier. And then when Exaltation of the Infernal Cabal came out, they kind of backtracked, I guess you could say. And they went with the more, they kind of made it sound more like this. Kind of gave it a more of a raw production, which I really like. I feel like they were trying to make something like Exaltation of the Infernal Cabal with this album, but they weren't quite there yet. And then I think they really nailed it with this one. Definitely my favorite. I really do like all their albums. The song Nuclear Absolution on here, definitely in my top 3 favorite Abysmal Lord songs. But yeah, like I said, I really do like all their albums, guys, a lot. This was a really hard ranking for me to do. I've pretty much been listening to all of these 4 releases back to back for like the past 10 days, like every single day. This is really hard to rank. Like, I'd listen to one album and that would be like in the number 1 spot, and then I'd listen to another album and that would be in the number 1 spot. So it was really hard to rank, but I am pretty confident in my opinion here that in this ranking. But yeah, guys, super cool war metal from the United States. Definitely check out Abysmal Lord if you haven't already. And that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching.